Yo, there's nothing wrong with black and white people. Black and white people can get along. It's the niggas and crackers we gotta worry about. You don't like that, do you? Fuck you.
Been a long time since I actually did this for a while, man. Just been chilling and all that stuff like that. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Revolutions Televised, man. I'm telling you what, it's been a very, very crazy year this year, you know. Glad I got a little bit of freedom, a little bit of booze and stuff like that, so I can speak more freely from where I'm at. But anyways, man, you really, really, really love our country. You know, on a for real. You know what I'm saying? Because the state of our country and society, man, is completely tore up. I mean, completely tore up, man, with all the immoralities that's going on, all the wars, the rumors of wars, and all that stuff like that, and also just the status of our government and what's been going on. I mean, it's been very, 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 very crazy, you know, about what's going on. So, anyways, man, just to sit here and give you a little bit of a lesson about about this country, about our country, you know, and what's going on and stuff like that. We're just going to give you like a little lesson, tell you how our government works and what's going on with our government about the unity party, and also how our government itself, that not everybody is actually under oath. So let's sit there and let's check this out, man, and let's get to it, man.
1963, 45 current communist goals were submitted to the congressional record. Number 13 was do away with loyalty oaths. 60 years later, on the very same day, Biden, Obrador, and Trudeau met in Mexico City for the Declaration of North America, which states a plan to unify North America under the ideas of diversity, climate change, migration, health, and regional security. The beginnings of a North American Union, which is a step towards a one world government. According to law, elected officials must swear an oath that they will support, defend, and bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And through the Freedom of Information Act, U.S. Attorney Todd Callender, along with his team at Project Proper Oath, found that not a single member of the existing cabinet has a valid oath of office. U.S. Secretary of the Treasury Janet Yellen has no oath of office. U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin has no oath of office and has also failed to register as a foreign agent, which is required due to serving on the boards and conducting international business with Raytheon, Nucor, and Tenet Healthcare. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland has no oath of office. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has no oath of office. U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas has no oath of office. U.S. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg has no oath of office. U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services Xavier Becerra, responsible for declaring a national emergency during COVID, has no oath of office. Former director of the Centers for Disease Control, Rochelle Walensky, had no oath of office. U.S. Special Counsel Jack Smith, responsible for investigating the January 6th U.S. Capitol attack, has no oath of office. U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Matthew Graves, Chief Prosecutor of Jan 6ers, has no oath of office. Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, has no oath of office. Within 30 days of appointment to public office, all public officials are legally required to have a signed and notarized copy of their oath of office. And it appears as if no elected officials in the federal government have one. They are either non-existent, incomplete, or fraudulent. The fraudulent ones are missing signatures, are not notarized, and in most of them, the words, "So help me God," are in all caps. In the U.S. Constitution, "So help me God" is not in all caps. And this matters, as many have been telling us for decades, including the great Jordan Maxwell.
Today, the entire world of mankind operates under a world law, which is referred to as the law of the high seas or international maritime admiralty. When you were born, you came out of your mother's water. Since you came out of your mother's water, you are a maritime product. This is why, when you were born, the dock has to sign your birth certificate. It's a maritime admiralty manifest showing that your mother brought you into the world and you were going to make money. Anything in this country, if it's a lawful legal document of any kind, your name must be, according to maritime law, be in all capital letters. Why? Because you do not own your body. You do not own yourself. All capital letters name implies that you are a maritime admiralty product. You are not a human. You're not a living entity. You're a product. You're a living entity person. The actual you is represented under law by upper and lowercase name. So you are a corporation whether you know it or not. But you are merely a subsidiary of a larger corporation called United States. This is the way the law works.
Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
Sorry about that. You people in general, you people don't really realize that these people don't even think that you own yourself. And I'm talking about Deep State, the elites, WEF, and all these cats like that. I'm open now. My, you hear me now? Is everything going? Is everything good on there now? Reality? Because hopefully it is. Let me see something real quick. Hold on one sec. I want to see my mic real quick. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, my mic's on. All right. Well, anyways, what you are basically, right, is a product. Okay. You basically have no rights, and well, they think that you cool. They think that you have some rights, but really you don't. If you look inside on your what you call your birth certificate, your social security number, everything's in capital letters. Well, what these capital letters are is, man, that it's not really you. It's a thing that represents you. That's why they start having birth certificates and all that, and those little numbers. That you are like a piece of stock. Only thing you are is a piece of meat, a piece of sheep, a slave. And this been going on for decades. Now, in this point in time, we're more like inside the plan. And as it goes on, it's just going crazy. I mean, it's just that you don't have a right. They said, oh well, for women, oh well, women's rights, so we should have more babies. But my body, my choice. Let alone is when it came to the jabs, then it wasn't our body, our choice that we had to. They tried to take us away from jobs. I lost like 6 weeks worth of work because 3 times I had to be quarantined and I never even had it just because I was around somebody that had it. I mean, come on, man. I mean, come on. It's so contradictory of what's going on. And this is like the status of our country right now. Meanwhile, you sit there and you have Trump with all these bogus claim charges out, and everything's getting ready to fall apart. We have all these crimes because there are all these crimes about the immunity trial. Let's just talk about that. The immunity trial. The immunity trial was that the president has immunity over every single decision that he actually makes, right? Okay. And that's presidential. Not talking about to my understanding, he has diplomatic immunity or presidential immunity or whatever they call it. Okay. So what does that do? That gives the president the power to actually, you know what I'm saying, to make serious decisions. Not every decision of being in president of the United States is easy, especially with the geopolitical atmosphere that's happening right now. What's happening in Iran, what's happening in Palestine, you know what I'm saying? Palestine and Israel, what's happening in Taiwan and in China, also what's happening in Ukraine. And I got to the point inside this political atmosphere that I don't even want to be a Democrat nor Republican. I just be registered as a nonpartisan. The reason being is because it's a uniparty. I mean, sit there and actually really think about it, right? Okay, only 20 out of I think what's that 100 something Republicans, only 25 Republicans voted against what was happening in against the $95 billion that was sent to the Ukraine. All right, 25, and the rest of them, Democrat and Republican, voted for it. And it's crazy. It don't make no sense whatsoever in what's going on. Sorry, this kid's outside. It's supposed to be America, right? But anyways, as it sits there and goes on, you know, you're starting to find out who the true players are. Person that's right there, Matt Gaetz, he got a lot more props with me because he voted against it. You know what I'm saying? Against what happened for the money going to Ukraine. Also, you're looking at Margaret Taylor Greene. and the people, and there was other ones too. The ones from Texas, Louisiana. I forgot all their names and all that stuff like that. But really, you know what I'm saying? These are true patriots. Now we sit there and go to Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan, man, I tell you what, Jim Jordan played a great game and all that. I don't know if this is a big psyop or anything like that, but I'm pretty much disgusted with Jim Jordan. After all what he did inside Congress, inside the judicial community, the judicial committee, he sits there and votes to give the 95 billion to the Ukraine. All right. Dude, jeez, oh man. With 95 to the Ukraine. All right. Now this is crazy. I mean, this is crazy. Like, how can you be on a judicial committee, and you're sitting there, you got all this blame evidence and what's going on, talking against putting all the money in Ukraine and all that stuff like that, but let alone you sit there and vote to give it, and then one sitting there waving the Ukraine flag inside the United States Congress. It don't make no blame sense. It don't make no blame sense whatsoever. All right. So now we're sitting there going into what's happening with Palestine and Israel. You have you have Columbia University, you have one university, I think Texas University, and also in California. All these universities are all making these riots and all that stuff like that about free Palestine, free Palestine. Israel going at it, Palestine going at it. And you know what? I'll be honest with you, I'm on no one's side on this because both sides are wrong. Killing people is killing people. Taking a life is taking a life. You know, it was wrong for Palestine to sit there going to Israel, but also at the same time, I understand that Israel has to retaliate, but I don't believe in the overkill. That's like overkill, okay? I mean, there's other ways of doing it, but you know what? That's fine. Everybody got their side and stuff like that. I'm just saying that I don't like no death on anybody. I got Muslim friends, I got Jewish friends. You know what I'm saying? I got black friends, I got white friends. You know what I'm saying? I even got gay friends. You know what I'm saying? Tell them to keep that inside their bedroom, but other than all, that's what they do. So now we're sitting there having I have all these things happening: Palestine, Israel, the protests that basically turned to riots. Earlier today, they were talking about them trying to storm the White House during one of their dinners and stuff like that. And all this stuff is sitting there happening. Everybody just going into the blame funk. You know, oh man, what side? Also, you have to pick a side. If you don't pick a side, then you're anti this or you're anti that. So basically, you can't win for lose. So you know what? At the point blank, at this point in time, I really just don't give a fuck. You know, what I do give a damn about is the truth. I tried to find a clip. I saw it, and I guess they took it off of YouTube. But this is what happened. This is what happened out in Gaza. It was like yesterday. Okay, they were talking about making a makeshift port in Gaza to bring in supplies to help the Gazanian people. And guess what happened? For all y'all idiots out there who's all pro-Palestine, free Palestine, all right? And all you idiots out there that's going crazy about from Israel on Palestine and Palestine on Israel, man, y'all should just come together and try to make peace between both countries and make it right over there. All right? Instead of sitting there fighting each other here in the United States when we don't have to deal with stuff like that. This is a melting pot, yo. Y'all kids have no right and don't know what the hell you're talking about. And all at the same time, you sit there and you see the Mayor Adams in New York is wondering why all these blame kids. They all have the same tents and all that stuff like that for this. Now, where are they getting the money? Where are they getting the damn money, man? They all have the same tents and stuff. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, they're actually funded by Soros. All right. Remember what they keep on saying? infiltration, non-invasion. All right. So we have a whole judicial system infiltrated by Marxists, by Nazis. Let's call it what it is, man. Let's call it what it is. Okay? It's really bad. I mean, our government is so corrupt. We are the laughing stock of this whole blame country, this whole blame world. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, which I talk to a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, from other countries, you know what I'm saying, they can't believe it. And it's kind of hard talking to people from other countries, right? Which I got interviews and stuff like that I'll be putting out. Hey, what's happening? And I got quite a few of them coming. I'm just recording them at the moment. But what really sit there and gets me about the whole thing is that these countries actually really do look up to us. I've talked to people from Australia. I talked to people from Germany. I've talked to people from China. I've talked to even people from Russia. You know, and they're all saying, "Hey, what's up with y'all?" You know, and a lot of them really don't understand what our Constitution is. Even a lot of people here in the United States don't even understand our own Constitution. So a lot of people in generalization, they can't even talk to people from other countries. That's what I'm really doing behind the scenes, talking to a lot of people from other countries and get their point of views and doing some recordings. But that will come out soon. I don't know what I want to do with the footage I do have, you know, but I just wanted to record it and give it some time because, you know, some of these guys can get in trouble for what they say. But there's one thing that I did learn, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, inside Russian schools, they sit there and they teach their kids today that our election was stolen. Now, I'm just saying, I love America. I'm a patriot. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm nonpartisan. I got a little bit of both in me. I'm lean more conservative, but I got a little bit of liberal because I'm an artist and stuff like that. And I like to be controversial. You know what I'm saying? Controversial to the point of truth and righteousness, but still controversial. But as I'm sitting there thinking about this, right, as it goes on, that if the Russian kids in their schools right now are being taught that our election was stolen, then who's our enemy? To be honest with you, I mean, are the Russians really our enemy? I mean, let's go back to Tucker Carlson, right, with the Tucker Carlson interview. And during the Tucker Carlson interview, he sat there was talking about the CIA. All right. How the CIA, the FBI, and all these cats are sitting there just orchestrating all this stuff that's happening. Also, that's already known that I think there's like 12, 13 CIA bases on the border of Ukraine and Russia. So now you know where that $95 billion is going and funding the CIA. Then after that, after Ukraine gets his $95 billion, this dude be asking for blame Patriot missile systems and F-16s. I mean, you can't win for lose. He's just asking for more and more and more to give that nigga a rope. Then he want to be a cowboy. It's crazy. Meanwhile, we're sitting there protecting the borders of Ukraine, trying to protect Israel, and we're not even taking care of our own border. And then the Democrats in there wonder, man, why we're losing the black vote? It's very simple. You're taking these immigrants, you're paying them $2,000 a month, and you're sticking them in the hoods, and you're kicking the black people out. Just call it what it is, okay? And you're losing votes for it. And to all these immigrants out there and all that stuff like that, welcome. You are the new niggas of the United States of America because black folks ain't taking it. White folks ain't taking it. No American born is taking this. I mean, I can sit there, I walk these streets, man. I sit there and I see homeless people and all that stuff like that around, not getting nothing. 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 Veterans, nothing. But these immigrants, they're setting them all up and all that stuff like that. They're getting money, getting checks, they can squat and all that stuff like that. The people's really getting fed up of it. Chicago's getting fed up of it. LA's getting fed up about it. New York's getting fed up about it. But let alone, New York is fighting from two fronts. Palestinian protesters, Israeli protesters, fighting the immigrants. Yep. Fighting the immigrants. You know what I'm saying? And what's it coming to? It's a gradual destruction of our country. Y'all, and y'all don't see it. Everybody sit there all nonchalant and stuff like that. And I'm gonna tell y'all straight the fuck up, man. Because you know what? I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not gonna censor myself. I'm just gonna call it what it is, because I really been holding back lately on what I really, really feel. But I tell you what, all right. A lot of motherfuckers here in the United States, man, are dumb as fuck and uneducated. They sit there and go by their fucking feelings. Okay? They go by their fucking feelings and not logic. They believe everything that the MSM does. All right? You have these assholes out here that are believing all this bullshit of what these courts are doing. To Donald Trump when they know it's wrong. They know it's wrong. Or they don't care it's wrong. I don't even know. But they sit there and they say this, though. You know what? It says in the Bible, there's going to be a great delusion. You know what I'm saying? I'll corrupt the wrong. Yes. They have no idea on what their representatives are doing. I mean, that's why I sat there and I went nonpartisan. All right. That's why I went nonpartisan. And it was even before the 95 billion that was sent to Ukraine. All right. I just got so sick, okay, of being labeled a conservative when conservatives are fighting amongst conservatives. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to like a liberal, right? Whole bunch of liberals. And you know what I said there? I told them, I said, look, man, I want to be honest. I'm not right. I'm not left. I lean more right, but I got a little bit liberal inside me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm an artist. You got to have a little bit of liberty. You have to be a little bit liberal to be an artist, to have a little bit of an imagination or to be an innovator. All right? So, this liberal sit there and said, he goes, you know what, man? He goes, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I told him, yeah, I vote for Trump. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know where you're getting all this bullshit at because I don't give a fuck about what color, race, or anything like that. And this is from a plain black dude. That's for real. That's for real. I just don't give a fuck. And you're right, Kelly. 99% of these people are blamed. 99%, 90% of our system, especially inside of our local communities, you know what I'm saying, are compromised. All right. I think Speaker of the House Johnson, he's compromised. You know what I'm saying? They must have did something to him. You know what I'm saying? For him to sit there and flip and just bring out on there. And I don't even blame Marjorie Taylor Greene and calling him out. I don't blame her. I do the same thing. What is it with all these congressmen, all these senators and all that? Are they diddled too? Did P. Diddy get them too? Did somebody? I'm just asking questions. Did some of these congressmen get their butt plucked too? I mean, to even sit there and vote for something like that, you know what? Like, fuck us. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Our borders, our stuff like that. But we'll give all this money to other countries. Meanwhile, our border in Texas sitting there basically fighting for their lives with their own National Guard, with their own police and all that. And believe me, I was there in El Paso. All right. I know what's going on out there. Good question. The reason being I say that, right? I say this is because I'm a writer. And I remember 1995, okay? 1995, I wrote a screenplay. And I had a gay character inside. I still want to do this. I still want to do this screenplay, but I wrote this screenplay in like 1995, 96. Had a gay character in it, and I wasn't thinking about representation or anything like that. The character was basically based on somebody that I actually knew. But if I sat there and did this script today, then liberals would go all happy because, oh, he represented. No. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by a little bit liberal. Because number one is when I write with my experiences. All my characters are based on people that I know, that I've seen. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So that's what I mean by being a little bit liberal and lean to the right. Because number one is I'm not afraid to sit there and talk about issues, you know what I'm saying, that are unorthodox. I'm not afraid whatsoever of it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't write these characters just for representation. I don't even know where that came from. I mean, I'm sitting there looking right now, like, and I look right now at the stuff that I have written in the past and all that stuff like that. And from the stuff that I do that I see now. And it kind of what you say, I'm trying to think of a word. I'm curious if I did make this film that I written. Actually it's 4 parts. And I said I had one gay character in it. They probably get mad because the gay character didn't have a major part, but it wasn't about that gay character. That gay character just happened to be in the story. You know? And actually, to be honest with you, that gay character has a really, really cool story. I got a spin-off idea for it. But it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even think I would even do it today because it'd be so politicized. You know what I'm saying? And because the story is not about the character being gay. You know, you walk on the streets every day. I want to tell you what happened to me. I'm back here in Las Vegas now, right? I haven't been back here in Las Vegas for like 4 years. Okay, 4 years. All right. So, anyways, I'm sitting there walking down. I'm walking down Fremont. All right. And there's one thing that I didn't notice. Okay. And I want to talk about transsexuals, man, out here are bold. You know, and I didn't treat it with I didn't treat it with no disrespect or anything like that because I want to put this out there. I want to put out my experiences. So I'm walking down Fremont, and this transsexual started talking to me. Now I was walking and started walking with me, and I knew that transsexual was trying to get at me or anything like that. But I kept my 3 feet and just walked and stuff like that. I already knew. I mean, I felt like a little violation inside my mind, but it wasn't like homophobia, but it was just the boldness of how this transsexual just got inside my space. And at the same time, I did not want to be ignorant to the person because at the same time, even though they're transsexual, they're still a creation of God. But what's really crazy about the whole thing is about how they came on to you and made you uncomfortable. That it was at the point that I had to sit there and I had to bounce and just walk away. No disrespect, but I just bounced. I said, look, I gotta go, yada yada. You know what I'm saying? You have a good day. That's it. So I don't get where all these LGBTQ, RSTU, VWYX plus to the second power times pi people get that people are homophobic. No, it's just you don't swing that way, you know? And I don't understand why people want to sit there and put their sexuality all out there like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. You know, I mean, you have the Jews, and I'm going to say it. They want to be treated special. Also, they want to be DEI. I have nothing against a Jew or anything like that. I go, my real good friends, I love to death. Even I graduated with Jews. Real great friend of mine. I love to do the world for them. You know what I'm saying? But you have these liberal Jews, then you have these liberal Muslims, then you have these liberal Christians. You know what I'm saying? So there's liberal in all of it, man, in all of it. Okay? That are far, far left that's out there. Then you have cats that sit there and claim that they love God and all that stuff like that and still kill babies, still want to kill babies and all that stuff like that. All this stuff is happening. But everybody wants to sit there and just blanket everyone and everybody. And that's where I really, really have a problem with society on all sides. I mean, haven't we forgotten? Even when it comes to Martin Luther King, he says, judge not a man by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character. You know what? And let's sit there and enhance that a little bit. Judge not a person by their political affiliation, but by the content of their character. Judge not a person by the religion, but by the content of their character. You can put a lot of blame words inside just that saying right there. And you know what? Is it reality? Hey, your daughter transgender, I'm fine with that, you know? I have nothing to get. Look, if she was hungry, I would feed her. If she needed a coat, I'd give it to her. If she was thirsty, I'd give him water. That's what the Lord tells me to do. It's creation of God, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? The way that you would play it, you know, I don't know. You say your daughter transgender or a transgender man, transgender woman. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be honest with you. I love you. I love your daughter. But whatever she was born, I'm not going to play the game. You know what I'm saying? I do anything in the world to sit there and help any of y'all. But I won't play the game. I can't. I'm not allowed. God don't allow me to play that game. You know? And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, all due respects and all that, you know, all due respects, you know what I'm saying? God gave people choice. You know what I'm saying? I go spirit, and that's because my job, you know, your body's your temple. You shouldn't have to change it according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's basically it's a sin. It's an abomination to even do that to your own body. But you know what? That's between her, him, and God. And this is where we got to sit there and really look at stuff today. You know, today. As in, we can't blanket judge everybody. It's just not right. You know, because I ain't going to lie. Even though I sat there and I'm going to say, yes, I am a Trump supporter. All right. But if it wasn't for this gay guy, right, named Steven, all right, I don't think I'd actually be alive today. Because when I was real young, I was suicidal. Little people know. And it wasn't because of people teasing me or anything like that. It wasn't because of loneliness and anything like that. It's that I hated the world. I didn't like what the world was turning into. I didn't like for the fact the way my own family actually treated me. You know, and it is a lot to me, you know. And today I'm very, very extrovert, introvert type person. You know, I don't like big crowds anymore. Um, and I basically like stick to myself, you know, a loner, a rebel, if you can say, you know. And if it wasn't for Stephen, you know what I'm saying? God bless his soul. I haven't seen him in about 15, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? But if he's still around, though, man, I thank him because he gave me a lot of perspective in life. Because number one, he used his own he used his own demons, even though I didn't agree that he was gay. But he had a lot of perspectives that resonated to me. That I can honestly say that that man actually helped save my life, gave me a new look on things, you know. So I can actually say that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, too. If I saw that guy, man, I give him a hug and say thank you, dude. I go like you really changed my life in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? I hope he's straight, but if he's not straight and still gay, oh well. I'd still give him a hug. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? One of those type hugs. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for being a light inside my life. Because everybody has a light no matter what. You know, and we gotta sit there and look at it that way. Also, it's my duty to say that, you know, it is wrong. You're defiling your temple. You shouldn't change yourself like that. But that's between you and God. I hope you change. But if you need me, I'm there for you. I mean, it's crazy how things are these days, man. You know, with this great delusion, these last days, you know, and how Christianity itself is actually being attacked, you know, in all aspects. They take prayer out of school. They're like even in my home state in Reading, just for a guy preaching during a during a LGBT. I'm just going to say a gay festival, okay? Because you know what? Because I'm tired of saying LGBT, whatever. All that's too much shit, though, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's too much shit to blame say. You know. So if the gay people don't like, I'm just going to call it gay and trans. Okay, gay and trans festival. That's it. With all the above. All right, because even hooking all that other stuff like pedophilia, what was it, minor attracted individuals and all that stuff like that. Like, what type of shit is that? And they want to sit there and make this shit like it's okay to do. I mean, I'm at that point now that I'm feeling such a way, you know, with the world that I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it anymore, man. You know, and and this right here, if you look right there, right there, that eyeball, it's a nod to y'all guys, because we see y'all. We see y'all. We see what you're trying to do on the 4-wheel. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. People gotta sit there and just why is the fuck up. Everybody's sitting there talking about, what's great, sports and all that stuff like that. I mean, they're just trying to do what the Romans do. Just, you know what I'm saying, is having people in arenas to get their minds off of all the bullshit that's sitting there happening. You know, I was sitting there talking to my mom and dad today. I said, look, man, I go, y'all gotta quit taking them jabs and stop doing what the government tells you to do and all that stuff like that. Yeah. I even sat there and told my parents, I says, look, man, I says, if Biden sits there and comes back in office, I know y'all motherfuckers, I know y'all gonna try to get me. Hold on one second. I know y'all trying. Hold on 1 second. But anyways, it's like, I mean, we gotta get this all straight, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get our priorities straight. And I know there's people that sit there and talk about the big civil war, and I'm gonna say, yeah, civil war. Everybody's talking about it. I gives a damn. Hold on. All right, oh, for the kids. Okay. But anyways, kids are out here playing and all that stuff like that. It's getting kind of dark. But anyways, as I'm saying, is that I forgot what I was going to say. God damn. I've Joe Bidenitis. Lost my mind for a second. You know, but anyway, that right is wrong, up is down, left is right, you know, and it's crazy. And I'm sitting there looking at these kids today and looking at these schools of this indoctrination. And these kids don't even know that, what was it, within the past 24 hours, Hamas attacks the makeshift port to give the Gazian people food and supplies. All right? But you have these idiots out here in these colleges sitting there go, free Palestine, free Palestine. And they're keeping their own people, Palestinian families, their own people, not to get medical food supplies or anything like that. Facts. And they took that shit off the internet. I wish I would have got it. I just happened to see it out of the blue, like earlier this morning when I got up. Facts. Straight facts. I think you gotta sit there and go look and blame Rumble or something like that. You know what else? I'm gonna try to find it or something like that. Let me see something. You know what? Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let me see something. That one. I won't be able to do it. I won't be able to do it like this. Let me try this. But not yet. I ain't going. But that's something else I want to show. But anyways, as this goes on, man, you know, we got to come to a realization of where our priorities are, as I've been saying, because the state of this country and society, man, it isn't good, you know. And as I've been walking these streets, man, I've been seeing a lot of people that's demonic. Like you could sense them. I mean, I came to the city like with different eyes, man. You know, it's like I'm much more susceptible to people's energies. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking like new wave or something like because that means like walk by spirit, not by sight, but I can sense people, you know. And when it comes to a lot of people that's doing these podcasts and stuff like that, from what I've been seeing, and this is and this is no disrespect, you know, to anybody that does it, you know, but I really think it's basically a punk out that people don't, that a lot of podcasters don't want to sit there and talk about things that should be talked about because of algorithms and all that stuff like that, you know. Because I tell you what, Facebook, YouTube, here on YouTube and stuff like that, I'm on there. I took the monetization off because I want them to have no control, and I really can give a fuck if they kick me off on here, you know. there's other platforms. I'm on 7 different platforms I haven't even started putting content on. Because as I said, I'm working behind the scenes on other stuff, and I'm just doing this because just to sit there and pop my face out and say, yo, I'm still here. So if you want to subscribe, that's cool. Here's I'll put a banner up. This you can find me on J Da Vinci 72 on Truth Social. And let me edit this up real quick. I mean J Da Vinci 72 on X, and J Da Vinci and J Da Vinci on Truth Social. There you go. So I'm there. Also on YouTube and stuff like that. Also, you can find J Da Vinci on Getter, J Da Vinci on Odyssey, J Da Vinci on MeWe, J Da Vinci on a whole bunch of others. But those ones I haven't really messed with. I get a lot of traffic on Getter though, but I haven't been really posting on Getter and stuff. As I say, I'm really just trying to bring things together and all that stuff like that. And if I get kicked off, I'll just make another channel. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I got about 9 more different emails. So YouTube, Facebook, or else how about me making this better? Hold on 1 second. I'm just gonna give you this right here. This here goes to YouTube. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, Facebook. Thank you for your cooperation. Anyways, but this is the way we gotta sit there and get it, man. In order for us to make change, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna have to risk everything. All right. Back in the day, during the Revolutionary War, before the Revolutionary War, lots of people risked their farms, risked their longevity, everything just for freedom. Just for freedom, man. And people in generalization don't even know what know what freedom is. They take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? The men here are just weak. Very, very weak. And it's sad. And I wanted to show you something before I close. As I said, I'm just talking about the status of our country and society. And if y'all want to sit there, and if any of y'all want to have something to say or anything like that, here's a link. That's here on YouTube. If y'all want to say something or have an issue you want to talk about, or even have a question of what I think on something, I'll give you the answer. My answer you may not like, the main answer that you don't like. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be me, and I don't care. But we have to start risking something in order to get something better. That's for real, dude. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how. I mean, how else to say it? I mean, we're in trouble, yo. And it really sucks that these countries look up to us, which I want them to make their countries great again. I mean, I've said that lots of times. I wanted to make their countries great, even to their faces. But to them, we're that, that shining city on a hill, which basically, well, what I'm seeing right now is we're glitter over shit. We're just glitter over shit right now. But there's going to be a point that we're going to have to choose a side, and don't think that all this crazy stuff is over, because it's not. It's far from it. It's far from it. Really, it's far from it. We got people here in the United States that we don't even know who they are. And I'm a firm believer, man, that, that we're going to have something big. A terrorist attack. something like 9/11. People that don't say that, but no, it's possible, man. It's possible. With all these people coming across the border, it's possible. And we have a rogue government that's running this country. And some of y'all sit there goes, well, man, we got to get our guns. We got to fight. We got to do this and this. I'm like, no, dude. I said, you know what? To be honest with you, from when I've been in, from when I was taught in school, when we were taught civics, we were taught social studies. You know what I'm saying? When we were taught history, I go, you know what I'm saying? I go, because there's a lot of untruths about history and stuff like that, that things I have found out. But this is truly a test of our Constitution. You know, our Constitution, man. That's real. You know, and it's up to us, we the people, to uphold that Constitution. For the military to uphold their oaths, to protect this country against domestic and foreign enemies, even in our own government. And I'm going to say this, like I'm going to say, because you know what? The orders, if they give you any crazy orders that are unlawful to our U.S. military, you don't have to obey them. But if you obey them, then prepare for the consequences after it's all over. And for the rest of the world, man, make your countries great. You know? But we're at a point that we can't rescue the world. We can't rescue you. Everybody's going to have to rescue their own country. On the for real, man. And you know what? It may be ugly here. It's getting ugly here. You know? But whose side you going to take? Who's your God? This country was based on our motto is one nation under God, and God we trust. And a lot of us, man, well, a lot of y'all here in the United States don't have no clue who God is or what God is. A lot of y'all don't even know basic geography. These kids coming up, man, I feel bad. We have no one to blame but Generation X and the generation after us. And all y'all know who you are. I'm not going to call y'all out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not. But y'all got to look at your parenting skills for what your kids are today. And then look at your own parents' parenting skills. I mean, I can sit there and I can give my parents credit where it's at. They didn't teach me to be a dummy, but I disagree with a lot of what they did teach me. But the basic fundamentals of life, they have an A+ on that. Because the kids coming from my generation that I've seen, of my generation's kids, of the next generation from my generation, most of y'all's kids are fucking knuckleheads and dumbasses, dude. I'm just gonna keep it real. You know, I ain't mentioning no names. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who you are. Y'all may have your guilt. But a lot of y'all fucked up with your kids. And your kids are fucking up with their kids. Ronald Reagan's right, man. We're 20 years from losing our freedoms. Every 20 years. I'm in my 50s, yo. I may got about 30 years. God willing. If the world don't end by then. Or if we're not blown up. Or if whatever happens, terrorism, whatever. Anything can happen now. You know, anything. What are you going to do as a citizen of this country? What are you going to do to make the change? I try to make a change every day. Every day, to the people I meet, to the people I talk to. I even I tithe to people. I don't tithe to churches, but I tithe to people in need. Sometimes even when I don't have it. Who they are, that's none of your business. When I do it, that's none of your business. But hold on. But as this goes on, hold on. But as it goes on, man, we're going to have to get together, on a for real. This is something I want to show you that really, really upset me, And this goes out to black people. We got to stop this. We got to stop this bullshit. We really do. But I'm going to throw this on there. Hold on. This right here, man, is very sad. This was hold on, let me get down. While white woman pummeled by a mob of black males. But of course, this is not a hate crime. And you know what? This is the shit that I'm talking about, man. This is what I mean. I'm gonna try to look at this, man. Down! Wait, what the fuck, dude? This is nigga shit right here. I don't give a fuck with anybody. These kids, man, this is what our society is actually. Look at it. No reason. That's just a taste of the shit that I'm sick of. They sit there and say that oh, black people can't be racist, black people can't do no wrong and all that shit like that. Oh, stop talking down about black people. There's a whole bunch of black people beating up on a plain white girl, and you said I'm not supposed to say shit about it. Dumbass kids with dumbass parents, on the four-wheel. This is and this shit is, and this type of shit is okay, right? Right? And this guy's right here.
Yo, there's nothing wrong with black and white people. Black and white people can get along. It's the niggas and crackers we gotta worry about. You don't like that, do you? Fuck you.
And that's real shit. That's real shit. Niggas. Y'all gotta get it right, man. Y'all gotta get it right. Black folks, y'all gotta get it right and teach these kids some morals and shit like that. Some manners. It ain't cool to sit there and be a thug. It ain't cool to sit there and degrade women. It ain't cool to sit there and rob It ain't cool to sit there and shoot, especially your own people in your own neighborhoods over a fucking block. Man, I'll be honest with you, man. I'm so over this shit, man. Whoa. Oh, damn.
Yo.
Wow. Yo, sorry about that, man. I think I had some technical difficulty. All right, sorry about that, man. I had to go on my phone. I'm trying to fix this shit. I had to fix this at it for a second. Oh man, I hate when that happens. I don't know. I think my internet went off for a second, so I'm reboot my computer over again. Wow, now that's crazy. You see, there's my Apple. Uh, but anyways, man, let me close this out. Sorry about, but all I'm saying is, man, we gotta get this shit straight. We gotta get it right. On a for real. Because I'm just so sick of the way this country has been and all that stuff like that, man, on the for real. But pretty soon, man, everything to take a walk. But everything's gonna be groovy, man. I have a lot of different plans and stuff like that, you know, and stuff. So just getting a little area all put together, you know, do some nice set, have some guests and stuff like that, do some interviews, all that stuff like that, you know. And it's gonna be cool. I mean, got a swimming pool right here, so it'll be a nice area to sit there and actually really do nice podcasts and stuff like that. That's what I plan on doing. But I'm just telling y'all, man, really, really, get it straight, man. You know what I'm saying? Love one another, you know, and sorry for a technical difficulty, but you know what? As I said, I gotta get out of here. I'm out. I haven't did this in a while. Facebook, Mr. Zuckerberg, fuck you, and also YouTube, fuck you. I ain't taking your money anyways. I don't have a fuck to give. Check you out. And thank you, Elon Musk, for X. Later.
Nice,